People have received racist text messages telling them they'll be picked up to collect cotton. The latest on the FBI investigation and what local leaders recommend to anyone receiving these messages.
And the rain is coming in for this long weekend. I'll show you when you will need the rain gear and when you'll be able to dodge the showers.
Then we're taking a look at the newly renovated courts at Underhill Park. The new additions now open to everyone. Coming up, you're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Well, good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Meteorologist Matt Gray is in for Chris Crocker tonight. Matt, tell us how air quality is doing right now.
Oh, that has become the story here over the last kind of day and a half or so. We've had prescribed burns. We've had wood smoke. After all, we've had some pretty chilly temperatures the last few nights, and it's all been trapped near the ground. And this is what we have dealt with. We've seen burn restrictions come into place in Spokane County. We've got air quality watches across North Idaho. And in Coeur d'Alene this evening, we have at least some pockets of unhealthy air quality. So, North Idaho friends, if you are maybe feeling a little bit not like yourself and you've been spending a lot of time outside, and why not? It's been some beautiful weather regardless of the haze. Definitely want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Head inside. Same thing applies for if you have some plans outside for tomorrow. And really, that goes for everybody, even with some more palatable air quality around the rest of the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene greater region right now. Pretty much everybody's seeing moderate air quality. And this is what we see so often. When we have beautiful weather, we get these temperature inversions, so a layer of warm air traps all the cool air that cools off in the night near the ground, and everything like smoke, like smog, like ozone, all gets trapped down there until something comes along to change it. And we are going to get some change here. You can see as you look up towards Vancouver and Vancouver Island, we've got some rain coming this way, but it's going to take its sweet time getting here. And that means that for most of tomorrow, no changes in air quality, just cloudy skies instead of sunshine. But as we head into the afternoon, take a look what happens here. By the evening, our rain chances are looking quite nice. And as we head into the late night on Saturday, we will be looking at the first of what looks like many rounds of rain on the way in your extended forecast. I'll take you through the rest of your Veterans Day weekend coming up.
All right, Matt, thank you. Well, motorcycle riders in bad shape tonight after crashing in the Sunset Hill area. Take a look at this new photo from WSP. Troopers had to block off I-90 west of downtown right around 3 o'clock. They say the riders' injuries are serious. No word yet on what caused the crash.
And take a look at this. Just a half hour before that crash, an SUV lost control and flipped on I-90 in Spokane Valley. That caused a major backup this afternoon as well. Both crashes are now under investigation. A man was killed and another person was hospitalized in a crash in Dalton Gardens this morning. It happened near Dalton Avenue and 4th Street, near the northeast corner of the Coeur d'Alene High School campus. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office says the car crashed into a tree at around 10 a.m. The driver died at the scene. Investigators believe the crash was caused by a medical episode. Well, earlier this week, children and young adults across the U.S. received racist text messages.
Many African Americans reported the messages that told them they had been selected to pick out cotton on a plantation. Madeline Mullins has more about what is being done now to find out who sent these messages.
You can see here examples of texts that people have been receiving, giving days, times, even names of the plantations that they'll be going to, and even some of the names of these people in general that are getting these texts.
My first reaction was kind of like shock.
Talea Jones from New Jersey received this racist text message on Wednesday.
There's no way that it's 2024 and things like this are happening again. And it's just insane, like the level of disrespect that people have for other humans.
People in over 12 states received these messages. The New York Attorney General saying children as young as middle school got them. Sam Burrell of Virginia says he was surprised they knew his first name.
First text I saw was somebody texting me, greeting me, first of all, greetings, and we will be there to pick you up for a cotton field.
Daniel Strassenberg of Spokane Police Department says information like that is easy to find.
Well, in this modern age where information is so readily available, I can't speak to where this information is being, derived from.
Some of these texts have been traced back to TextNow, a provider that allows people to create phone numbers for free. A representative from TextNow says that they have shut down these accounts. The FBI released a statement on Thursday saying they are aware of these messages and are working to find out where they came from. Now, Strassenberg did tell me that he has not heard of any reports of this in Spokane, but if someone does receive a text like this, to report it to the police department. In studio, Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
All right, Madeline, thank you. Molly Marshall, who is running against incumbent County Commissioner Al French, has conceded the District 5 Commissioner's race. The latest results show French in the lead by over 1,300 votes, with 51% to Marshall's 49%.
A man is in custody following 5 stabbings in Seattle's Chinatown International District this afternoon.
Yeah, the Seattle Police Department confirms 4 of the 5 people stabbed were taken to the hospital. People were attacked near the intersection of 12th Avenue and South Jackson Street at around 2 o'clock this afternoon. According to police, the suspect was taken into custody near the scene. Police found 1 weapon near the suspect, but another knife was still in one of the victims taken to the hospital. 5 additional people were stabbed in separate incidents in the same area early yesterday morning and this morning. But at this point, police are not connecting all of these incidents together. As of 3 o'clock this afternoon, all of the victims were still alive.
A man accused of shooting and killing another man in Spokane last month is now being held on $1 million bail. This is Jonathan Bryman. He was arrested in Hayden after Spokane County deputies say he shot William McWright and hightailed it out of the state. McWright died at the scene, and one of his sons asked a Superior Court commissioner not to lower Bryman's bail. That commissioner agreed, citing previous violent felony convictions, and because of his felony record, Bryman legally should not have had a gun when last month's shooting happened. Well, newly renovated sports courts at Underhill Park in East Central are now officially open.
The construction began 2.5 months ago to replace the courts that were over 50 years old. Marissa Rio shows us all what they look like now.
Well, it doesn't get much prettier than this. People who have been walking through the park have been stopping to take pictures. One woman said she can't wait for next summer when the kids can have their basketball camp here. And another woman said kids have already started using these new courts. From the new basketball hoops and courts to the park benches to the lights, Underhill Park in East Central got the upgrade of a lifetime. And if it couldn't get any better, 2 new pickleball courts were also added.
I think it's really nice. It is. It looks so much better. The other basketball court was all bumpy, and this is nice. We've thought about trying to play pickleball.
Everybody walking through the park today was all smiles as they passed by the new sports courts.
I like it. There are amenities that East Central can always use. And we'll see about the pickleball courts. But I know the basketball kids will be loving it because there's lots of them around here.
One woman said kids were always injuring themselves on the old deteriorated courts, so she's excited for the renovations. Spokane Parks and Rec still plans to apply a colorful synthetic surfacing to the pickleball courts in the spring. It will also host a reopening celebration once it's installed. In East Central Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Well, construction on Main Street in downtown Pullman is still slowing down business, but it may be coming to an end soon.
City of Pullman says it hopes to open 1 lane of Main Street next week, with construction being fully completed shortly after that. Derek Strom spoke with business owners downtown about how this project is still affecting them.
That's really what keeps me trucking on through this somewhat depressing time.
Project Downtown Pullman was expected to be completed in October, but due to delays in construction that the city blames on contaminated soil, construction is still ongoing. Businesses like Nashi's say it's lost about 40 to 60% of its revenue because it doesn't get much foot traffic anymore, and it isn't able to capitalize on tourists that come to town for events like football games or graduation.
I have delicate products that can go bad, and if I order too many, then they go bad and I lose money. If I don't order enough, then my store looks unpresentable.
Some of the business owners I spoke with say they've reached out to the city a handful of times to try and figure out when this project will be completed, but the city has extended it a handful of times. Now they're just waiting for it to be over. Even a Pullman staple like Rico's has been hurt by the construction. Its owners construction workers putting the finishing touches and spray painting the asphalt has given the bar's owner some confidence that business will be back to normal soon.
I will say that some of the outsiders, the out-of-towners, who didn't know this was going on, were more willing to park and come down than some of the locals that I think were impacted by it daily, you know.
But the city of Pullman says despite the delays in construction, it expects to open one lane of Main Street back up on November 14th. It hopes the project will be fully complete shortly afterwards.
I do feel more optimistic going out looking at the street, like, okay, it does look like we're almost there. I was actually just putting together a nice big cheese order for the holidays, so that makes me happy.
In Pullman, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
We're thinking about those businesses. Well, Spokane Valley High School is getting national recognition for their alternative approach.
Yeah, it has 3-hour school days, and its graduation rates are impressive. We'll explain how Dishman Hills High School is taking a unique approach to learning that it says is paying off.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Save your greed! Snow's Auto. For over 20 years, Snow's Auto has been selling all the best brands at the guaranteed best prices in Spokane. And to celebrate this year's 20th anniversary sale, you can get 20% off all amps, speakers, and subwoofers, 20% off truck and Jeep lifts, 20% off remote starts, and 20% off window tints, plus up to 60% off last year model clearance items. So if you want nice upgrades at big anniversary savings, hurry down to Snow's Auto today.
What's all this? You said it was a recovery day. I got my yoga mat, foam roller, electrolytes, and protein bars. The whole setup.
Refrigerant recovery, Ben. We're recovering the refrigerant to fix the heat pump.
Oh, right. I knew that. Want a protein bar?
Right now, get a free tankless water heater with every full HVAC system purchase. Call Bills today.
Electrolyte?
Ben, take the robe off.
HCM is a serious heart condition affecting as many as 1 in 200 people, like me.
And me. I was still short of breath on my beta blocker.
So I talked to my cardiologist
and asked about treatment advances in HCM.
That talk made a real difference.
It gave me new hope.
Talk to your cardiologist today. Visit hcmrealtalk.com to learn more.
I think it's important for us as tribal people to educate and inform others as to who we are and what we're about. We have a beautiful culture that we respect our lands, we respect our waters.
Our medical center serves Indian and non-Indian. We were the first one in the nation to do that.
We built a $25 million core center for the children.
We also house the Boys and Girls Club out of there.
Our employees here are friendly. It gives you that welcome home feeling.
It's this time of year that we look to our veterans. Veterans Day week, we're going to be helping 2 vets. One, John, he's in a wheelchair, cannot use his sidewalk. It's splaying, it's falling apart. We're going to replace the whole thing. Not to mention, we're going to get the yard all cleaned up, ready for the wintertime. Also, our next vet is also named John. We're going to do some maintenance on the house. We're going to get some painting done interior-wise, kitchen and living room. We're just going to try and help them out as best we can. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Welcome back. An alternative high school in West Valley is taking a unique approach to learning, and now it's seeing these efforts pay off.
Alexandra Cohen-Yards visited the high school today and shares what they're doing to increase student attendance.
The graduation rate here at Dishman Hills High School has more than doubled in the last 10 years. The school tells me this comes as they have put more effort towards letting students pick what they want to learn based off their goals.
At Dishman Hills, things are done a little different. Your school day is only 3 hours long, there are no lockers, and what you learn is tailored to your interests and needs.
Since our school systems are getting bigger, everything has become a lot more uniform, and Dishman gives us a lot more opportunity for individuality, especially with our personalized learning here.
This fall, Dishman Hills was recognized by the National Alternative Education Association for completing a 3-year professional development program. Now it is working to mentor other schools Hills through these educational practices.
We've got kids that I think would surprise everyone that just show up every single day. They don't miss, they come, they engage in their classes, and that's because they see why it's important to them.
There are about 300 students at Dishman Hills, most of whom come from outside of West Valley and at times deal with hardships at home. For junior Mike Espinosa, who is now in his 3rd year at Dishman, the school has given him a safe space to grow.
Your schoolwork heavily depends on you. The personalized learning here is one of its absolute best attributes. If you're struggling, changes will be made so you're not struggling as much. If you're excelling, changes will be made so you're met with a challenge that actually attunes to you.
For senior Noah Hobbs, this non-traditional style of education has been transformative.
The student you were when you started high school and the student you are now, what would you say is the biggest difference?
I'm a lot happier and I've got a lot less weight on my shoulders.
And if you feel like your child would benefit from an education like the one that is provided here at Dishman Hills High School, you can still apply since they have an open enrollment system. You can find the information to do that on our website at kxly.com. Reporting from West Valley, Alexandra Konyarts, 4 News Now.
We are keeping an eye on the weather here tonight. Looks like things are looking pretty good for your Friday evening. Temperatures in the 40s, and with a layer of clouds overhead, we will have pretty mild temperatures through your night as well. A lot of warm temperatures coming up for your Veterans Day weekend. I'll show you when things start cooling down again in your forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Perfection Tire.
Walker's Furniture is celebrating Veterans Day this week at all locations with some of the biggest store-wide savings of the year, including a double sales tax discount or no money down, no minimum purchase, no interest financing for up to 5 years.
Living rooms to bedrooms, dining sets to mattresses. Save big and make your home a space that everyone can enjoy.
And with a double sales tax discount, it's the perfect time to get your home ready for the holidays.
During the Veterans Day sale at Walker's.
Amy M. writes, my kids are having a Wicked-themed sleepover. Will my internet hold up?
Well, our Xfinity gateways are like magic, designed to easily power a ton of teenagers and their devices.
They're so magic, I'm like the Good Witch of engineering.
And I'm the Wicked Witch of beta testing.
And I'm the Wizard of spreadsheets.
I knew he'd excel at that job.
Get Thrillifyingly fast Xfinity internet for just $19.99 a month. And see Wicked, only in theaters November 22nd.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
Reach out to NeuroStim TMS today and rediscover the light and joy in your life.
Man, I can take real good care of you. See? Works perfectly for you, right?
At Craig Swap & Associates, we don't get paid until you win.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
Let's go! Country music's biggest night, the CMA Awards.
Let's party, Nashville!
It all kicks off with this year's must-see collaboration. Post Malone featuring Chris Stapleton live. With electrifying performances by Lainey Wilson, Shabuzi, Ashley McBride, Luke Bryan, plus Thomas Rhett and Teddy Swims. Luke Bryan, Peyton Manning, and Lainey Wilson host the CMA Awards, live November 20th on ABC and stream next day on Hulu.
We've got that Friday feeling. It's time to look ahead to the weekend forecast. Meteorologist Matt Gray is in for Chris tonight. It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah. No, we're gonna have some fun, believe me. And you're gonna have an opportunity to have some fun this weekend because it's not gonna be raining all the time. But the later and later we get into the weekend, the kind of ickier things are looking. So just keep that in mind. Plus, temperatures are actually going to be pretty mild compared to some of the cold mornings we've had recently. No 20s for a while here. Dry weather until late Saturday. Then wet for part of Sunday. Veterans Day looks like it is going to be the soggiest, and we've got more soggy weather coming up next week. So I hope you enjoyed some of the sunshine over the past few days. Not sure when we're going to have that many hours of consecutive sun for a little while. Of course, with that calm weather pattern came the kind of buildup of stuff in our air. And so we continue on with air quality that is less than ideal through Saturday. Once again, if you're particularly sensitive to air pollution, just make sure you listen to your body on Saturday. Sunday, I expect that we'll be trending towards good. We'll kind of see how things evolve here as the rain gets closer. Well, we could use some wind. That would really help us to get some of this crud out of our air here, blow it somewhere else. But that is not happening. You can see our winds for tomorrow, very stagnant. That often happens during these inversion patterns. We'll be lucky to get a 10-mile-an-hour gust. But as we head into the evening and our rain approaches, I think we'll start to see things get moving a little bit, and that's going to help out that air quality. So for Sunday, you can see our temperatures come down a little bit. Our cloud cover increases as well, but I have some optimism there are going to be some dry windows on Sunday. Veterans Day, not nearly as optimistic. So a lot of folks going out, doing parades, doing things like that. Definitely want to make sure that you've got the raincoat ready here. Let's take you through at least Saturday and Sunday, and I'll show you some of these dry windows here. You can see this is 3 o'clock on Saturday. Folks in the Methow Valley want to keep an eye there for the afternoon as we'll start to see that rain come in. This is about 8 o'clock. Areas along and north of I-90 seeing some rain. Further south, things a little bit quieter across the Palouse into the LC Valley. That will change before midnight. And then this continues on across North Idaho for the bulk of the early morning hours. By Sunday morning, as we're waking up, well, things look pretty decent. Definitely going to be damp, probably foggy out there. A break for the middle portion of the day, but the sun sets and the rain comes back in. And this time, I think it's going to be lasting a lot longer once the rain starts up again, either Sunday afternoon or Sunday night. And it is going to be all rain, even up in the mountains. Our snow levels, this is a warm system. 6,000, 7,000 feet. Our mountain passes that just saw a bunch of snow last week. Not going to see any this weekend. We'll keep an eye, though, as we head later into the week with another storm system that is going to bring mountain snow back. But maybe you want to do some early season skiing. Saturday's the day to do that because it's going to be soggy on the slopes for Sunday. I can't believe I'm saying that on November 8th. But here we are going into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, keeping chances for rain. Wednesday looks pretty soggy as well. So we are going to be in the thick of things as this active pattern continues for the foreseeable future.
Okay, Matt, thank you. Well, as we near the 6:30 half hour, we're bringing you the top headlines around the world.
From the war in Ukraine to massive cuts from a Japanese automaker, we have the top headlines around the world after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Monday morning on GMA, Dwayne Johnson is here live with a Moana-sized big surprise for one superfan that only he could pull off. And this superfan has no idea this surprise is coming. Monday, get ready for one happy morning on
Good Morning America.
At Parker Subaru, we understand that every Subaru is unique.
That's why we offer a wide range of genuine Subaru accessories designed to enhance your driving experience and match your lifestyle. From rugged outdoor adventures to everyday convenience, we have what you need to personalize your Subaru.
Explore genuine Subaru accessories at parkersubaru.com or visit us at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Dupixent can help people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. So this is better, even this. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change your stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
Elegance, style, quality, custom made for your project. Agalite shower doors and bath enclosures by River City Glass are designed for a lifetime of use. Timeless beauty that speaks for itself with superior quality and exceptional value. Offering exquisite custom wine room enclosures and office room glass, specializing in custom mirrors crafted to fit your space. Producing high-performance glass for every project, residential and commercial. River City Glass. In celebration of Veterans Day, 4 News Now and BECU would like to honor those who've served our country. Go to KXLY.com. Submit a photo and a short write-up on a veteran or military member. 4 News Now, honoring our heroes. Brought to you by BECU. 4 News Now is brought to you by Monster Jam at the Spokane Arena November 8th through the 10th.
Now to some top stories around the world tonight. The Biden administration will allow American military contractors to deploy to Ukraine.
It's the first time that's being allowed since Russia's invasion in early 2022. A U.S. defense official has confirmed contractors are now permitted to help Ukraine's military maintain and repair U.S.-provided weapons systems, saying they will be far from the front lines and will not be fighting Russian forces. The new policy was approved earlier this month before the presidential election. President-elect Donald Trump has said he hopes to end the war between Ukraine and Russia within 24 hours of returning to the White House. It's unclear whether he will keep the policy in place when he takes office in January. Earlier today, Trump was on the phone with the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky. Multiple sources tell ABC News billionaire Elon Musk joined that call, although it is unclear what was discussed.
Nissan is slashing thousands of jobs and planning deep cuts to production because of declining sales. On Thursday, the Japanese automaker said it will cut 9,000 jobs and shrink global production by 20%. Nissan executives will also take voluntary pay cuts, including its chief executive, who is taking a 50% cut in monthly compensation. Nissan has struggled to keep pace as consumers are choosing more hybrid and electric vehicles. The company plans to focus on building its electric and hybrid lineups in China and the U.S.
Today, Special Counsel Jack Smith asked for a pause of all upcoming deadlines related to Donald Trump's election interference case. That motion was granted by the judge. Prosecutors say they'll let the court know what they'll do next in early December. The Justice Department also announced charges against 3 people in a thwarted Iranian plot to kill Donald Trump before the election. Prosecutors say last month, Iranian officials asked one of the men charged to focus on watching Trump and assassinating him. That man, Farhad Shakiri, is still at large in Iran. The newly disclosed plot is believed to mark the latest alleged Iranian government attempt on Trump's life. The 2 other people charged, Carlisle Rivera and Jonathan Lodholt, are American citizens. They were arrested in New York, accused of helping Iran spy on a separate U.S. citizen of Iranian origin. U.S. officials have reportedly warned that Iran may try to kill Trump or his former advisors in retaliation for a 2020 drone strike Trump ordered as president. The strike killed a top Iranian general.
We're headed into our second weekend of November, and one of our area mountain passes is welcoming people back to the slopes.
And here's a hint. It's in Idaho. Coming up after the break, we sent our reporter to the Idaho-Montana border to see Lookout Pass open for the season.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Are you a daredevil who drives on empty to see if you can make it? At Numerica, you'll find money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Deer Unleashed. No one knows the feeling of freedom quite the way you do. But damned if we don't come really, really close. Let's break the chain. Yours, Tundra.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Tundra for just $419 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
So what do you think about these? We like this.
Yeah, we love that.
When it's time for an update or complete remodel, Rebath is with you every step of the way.
We're going to take everything down to the
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs.
Honey, you were right. Turned out.
Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
This
This November, stay for less and play for more at the Kootenai Casino. It's time for an autumn getaway. Now is the perfect opportunity to come stay and win. Call us now to book your room starting at just $79 midweek and $99 weekends at the beautiful Kootenai Falls Lodge. And join us for a $10,000 giveaway, Tournament Tuesdays, and November Hot Spins. Put some extra stuffing in your pockets this November, only at the Kootenai Casino. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables.
This is Tony.
Things that I've tried have failed.
And this is Tony's Good Feet story.
Before my arch supports, I felt defeated. But since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain, which still is kind of crazy to me. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone. You've tried everything that's not working, give it a try.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, it's time to get your ski boots on because,
It looks like we have some breaking news to tell you about right now. Spokane police need your help finding this person of interest in a death investigation. Police say 37-year-old Amber Lee Ray Zober could be connected to an incident that happened Wednesday on West 9th Avenue. You see that picture of her there on your screen. She's also wanted by the state of Idaho for probation violations. If you have any information or you know where she is, call Crime Check at the number on your screen, 509-456-2233.
Now to what I was jumping ahead to earlier. It's time to get your ski boots on because Lookout Pass is now open for the season. Some areas of the mountain already saw 36 inches of snowfall last week, and then more is on the way.
Yeah, this has many skiers and snowboarders excited to make up for last year's kind of lackluster snowfall. Mary Sheridan drove over to the Idaho-Montana border today and spoke with some of the people who were first on the slopes.
To be honest, the snow is better today than it is most opening days.
The fact that they're already counting a numerous number of storms to roll through the area should be a really good fun ski season.
It was all smiles on the slopes Friday at Lookout Pass. Early snowfall allowed for Friday's opening day, the earliest one in years. And the team at Lookout says this bodes well for the rest of the season.
I mean, the skiers are going to get a longer season, and we're known for having the longest season in the region, but it also means that we're going to have a longer stream of revenue and hopefully a nice, healthy revenue stream for the season to keep things kicking.
This year, Lookout has 150 new parking spaces, which were filled with eager snowboarders and skiers. This group of snowboarders I spoke with were more than satisfied with their first few runs of the season.
Just much more coverage, not clipping as many trees, which is a good part. No scraping rocks.
This improvement in conditions was attributed to a promising La Nina winter.
The coast, and that typically brings more moisture and more cold, just slightly colder temps. Well, that correlates into snow instead of rain or frozen, muck on the roads.
This is one of the few mountains open in the country right now for skiers and snowboarders this early. But that's not the only thing that makes Lookout Pass so special.
We went and bought her first snowboard yesterday. She wasn't going to get it until Christmas, but we decided to get it early.
It's just cool to see as parents that, there's a sport that we love so much, and
now she loves it.
Now she loves it, so we get to share that with her.
Young or old, the snowy season is just beginning on Lookout Pass.
She's almost a year old, so we're hoping that she takes to this and wants to come up every year for her birthday.
Yeah, we're coming back tomorrow.
Reporting in Lookout Pass, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Almost a year old and already snowboarding. Crazy.
That's my evidence now that my almost 4-year-old is ready to go.
There you go. Meteorologist Matt Gray is here now with a look at that forecast, Matt.
Oh, my goodness. And so happy for Lookout. They were one of the places that really had a tough year for most of last year. And now you look at our snowpack here in early November after last week, 2, 3, 4 times the usual amount of snow we have on average in many of our basins around the inland Northwest. So a great start. That said, it's going to be some rain on top of that snow by the time we get to the end of the weekend. As you've noticed, things have gotten a little bit warmer around here, and that includes up in the high country. A rain snow line this weekend is going to be up around 6,000 to 7,000 feet. So if you are itching to get on the ski slopes, probably do it Saturday. Looks like it's going to be a little slushy come Sunday as the weather turns towards rainy conditions. The rain that is going to come in this weekend, that's going to help us out as well with our hazy skies. As we've warmed up, we've seen, well, prescribed fire smoke, wood stove smoke from the cold mornings, all of that collecting in our valleys in this very stable atmosphere we're in, and that has left to some pretty hazy conditions. We're going to see that again tomorrow. However, by the evening, expect to see some rain. The winds will kick up a little bit, and that'll start cleaning up our air in many of our valley locations. So as you head to 6, 7, 8 o'clock, those rain chances tomorrow night are really going to start climbing. And this is going to be the start of a very busy week of wet weather across the inland Northwest. We'll take you through it coming up.
All right, Matt, thank you. The mountain fire in Southern California has burned more than 20,000 acres and is now only about 7% contained. Officials have not yet determined a cause for the fire that was sparked on Wednesday and grew quickly, fueled by strong, gusty Santa Ana winds. Here's ABC's Jacqueline Lee from Ventura County.
Ventura County, California, under a state of emergency as the massive mountain fire burns west of Los Angeles. The wildfire exploding in size, growing to over 20,000 acres in just 36 hours, fueled by hurricane-force Santa Ana winds.
It's like trying to put out a blowtorch with a squirt gun.
Thousands of people under evacuation orders.
People have the best intentions to stay and defend their home right up until the time the fire hits their home, and then you're stuck. And then our firefighters have to get in and pull you out. Now we're not fighting the fire, now we're not rescuing others.
Kathleen Bocock described the chaos as she evacuated her family from their Camarillo home.
There was black, heavy smoke with debris just flowing at us. And I didn't know if our neighbors got out, and my phone didn't work, so I didn't know if anybody was stuck.
More than 130 homes have been destroyed, many others damaged, and thousands more still at risk. In Santa Paula, Dawn DeLeon says she and her husband escaped with their 6 pets before the fire took their home.
First it skipped us and it started burning our neighbor's house past us. We thought we were okay. Evacuated anyway, and today came back and the house was gone.
I spoke with one firefighter who explained the fire can also spread through tree roots.
It will go through the root system and stuff like that, and it can travel as big as the root system from tree to tree of all the different roots. And we can have, say, a 10-foot fire break, and it'll still pop out on the other side through the root system.
No rain in the immediate forecast for Southern California. Red flag warnings remain in effect through Friday night. And the winds here have died down significantly. Firefighters tell me they're going to try to take advantage of these conditions as they continue to fight this fire. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Camarillo, California.
Well, the nominees for the 2025 Grammy Awards were revealed this morning. Beyoncé's country music album earning her a field-leading 11 nominations. Beyoncé added to her all-time record number of Grammy nominations, followed by Kendrick Lamar, Charli XCX, and Billie Eilish with 7 nods each. Beyoncé now has a career total 99 Grammy nominations, more than any other artist. But she has not yet won the Recording Academy's top prize, Album of the Year. Her country album, challenging genre boundaries, could add to her record-breaking 32 Grammy wins. Winners will be revealed at the event in Los Angeles on February 2nd.
Well, back here at home, get ready to fall in love all over again. Shrek the Musical is coming to the First Interstate Center for the Arts next week before the curtain falls. Actor Nicholas Hambrook sat down with 4 News Now to chat about playing Shrek and what differs between the movie and the musical.
Personally, for me, there's something the musical brings to that original story that now when I go back and watch the original film, like, this is a lot of fun, but it's missing that heart that I know and love from the show.
Shrek will be playing November 15th and 16th. Tickets are on sale now. You can find the link at KXOY.com. You can also watch Rob King's full interview with Hambrook on our free KXOY Plus streaming app.
Well, it's always a good day for a fresh cup of coffee, especially when your money is going to a good cause. Every first Friday of the month, Indaba Coffee donates 10% of its proceeds to a local nonprofit. And today, it chose Family Promise of Spokane.
We help to prevent families that are at risk of becoming homeless from becoming homeless. And then we get families with children rehoused after they do become homeless. And that's exactly what this money goes for.
Joe Ader of Family Promise said community support and awareness is huge in helping end the crisis of homelessness for families. Next month in Dava, we'll be helping out the KXOY broadcast group radio stations to help families in need this holiday season. For more information on how you can help make a difference, just visit our website, kxoy.com.
Well, some things to know ahead of Veterans Day on Monday. All street parking meters will be free in the city of Spokane. All public library branches will be closed, but garbage pickup will operate on its normal schedule. And Meals on Wheels Spokane is partnering with Fairmount Memorial Association to host its 12th annual race to feed our veterans this Sunday. This event is done to make sure our local heroes don't go hungry. Meals on Wheels is a nonprofit. It feeds seniors in our community every day. 200 of those people are veterans. Registration for this Sunday's 5K is $25, and all of the money raised will go toward buying meals for our local vets, like Steve Smith, who says Meals on Wheels and their senior center do a lot more for him than provide those delicious meals.
Lots of people to look forward to the visit with every day. They take us to the ballpark during the summer. They have movies for us, popcorn, parties. We have dances. What more would you want? There's just so much to do here.
The 5K begins at Riverside Memorial Park at 10 a.m. You can register online now or in person on the day of. For more information, head on over to KXLY.com.
All right, high school football playoffs are already underway in Idaho starting tonight.
And we have team coverage of those games and more on tonight's Friday Night Sports Extra, Jack.
That's right. Stick around for more Washington play-in and Idaho quarterfinal games. And we'll have game coverage from the Kibbie Dome tonight after the break, plus a look ahead to the Washington State men's basketball game later this evening.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, we've got money answers for people with batrachophobia. Honestly, same. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Amy M. writes, my kids are having a Wicked-themed sleepover. Will my internet hold up?
Well, our Xfinity gateways are like magic, designed to easily power a ton of teenagers and their devices.
They're so magic, I'm like the Good Witch of engineering.
And I'm the Wicked Witch of beta testing.
And I'm the Wizard of spreadsheets.
I knew he'd excel at that job.
Get Thrillifyingly fast Xfinity internet for just $19.99 a month. And see Wicked, only in theaters November 22nd.
Next ET. I love you. The Grammy nominations are in, plus Yellowstone Week wraps up with Kelly Riley.
When I put the script down, I was in tears.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
What you've done is remarkable.
I'll be your partner.
If I invest in this thing is going to catch fire.
Shark Tank. New tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
The high school football season enters the most exciting part of the year, the playoffs. And this week's means play-in for Washington and quarterfinals for Idaho. So we're going to start tonight with Grace and Logos battling it out in the Kibbie Dome. Now it's navy on white in this great uniform battle in Moscow. Grace back to pass, chunk play up for grabs. Look at Braden Kimball coming down with it. First and goal, Grizzlies. Logo's defense comes up strong, prevents the scoring. Now the offense returning the favor, 26 yards to the house goes quarterback Seamus Wilson. 2-point try, good. It's 14-0. Knights, though, driving again, diving snag from Kimball. Picks off the pass, and that's why he's an Iron Man, playing both sides. My goodness. Grace back with possession. Gavin Draper heaves the pigskin, and yes, that is number 4, Braden Kimball, the hero Grizzly, barreling into the end zone for a 78-yard score, but it won't stop a Logos halftime lead of 38-12. Score right now, not quite final, 58-18 as of right now. Now, following the conclusion of that game, we have another local game in the Kibbie Dome with the Kendrick Tigers taking on the Kamaya Cubs, winner into the semis and facing, of course, the winner of Grace and Logos. Now, kickoff for this one is at 7:15 p.m. tonight. Highlights on their way in tonight's special playoff edition of Friday Night Sports Extra. The Wallace Miners, no relation to me, finished their regular season at an impressive 8-1, but fell in the first round of the playoffs today 38-0 against the top-seeded Cary Panthers. It's actually the first time this season Wallace has been held to under 32 points. They averaged 52 a game. But also tonight in college action, we have the Washington State Cougars men's basketball team hosting the Bradley Braves in their first meeting since 1943. Cougs are 2-0 all-time against the Braves, but it will not be an easy path to 3-0 in this series. Bradley has won 23 or more games in their past 2 seasons. We'll have highlights of this one tonight, too, following Friday Night Sports Extra.
We're keeping an eye on your weather here as well at 4 News Now. Mild temperatures, but things are going to get a little bit more exciting as we head into Veterans Day. We'll show you when you'll need a raincoat coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhart Painting has you covered. Everhart Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call Everhart Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
Finding the right home products and services in our area can be a challenge, but at Residential Home Solutions, we make it easy. We provide quality window, door, and siding services tailored to meet your needs. As a hometown small business, we take pride in offering high-quality, locally made products, professional insight, and outstanding customer service. Let us help you find the perfect home solutions for your replacement windows, siding, and doors. Contact us today for a replacement quote for your Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area home. Visit residentialhs.com.
It all began, I was in the HVAC business, or I was working for a guy, and I just wasn't really making ends meet, and I always wanted to start my own business like my dad did. I had a red Volkswagen Rabbit. It was a family grocery getter, if you want to call it. I loaded up some tools, I got licensed, had some insurance, and I said, hey, I'm going to start in business. And so I went down and I knocked on every door on the business, gave them my card. I really got my first job at this Chinese restaurant, and I figured I could make enough money to buy these tools. And it was very exciting to have a customer. It was a blessing, and I just gave them my very best. People didn't realize that it was just me, and I was a one-man show. And giving them that personal care that people always want. I felt blessed that they liked me enough to refer my name to somebody else. Kind of in a way, that's how I got started, but a lot of it is going out, talking to people, and you got to knock on doors. And that's the way it was done in the olden days.
My credit score is more than just a number. It's my future. P1FCU knows how important it is too, which is why it's so easy to check your score every time you check your online banking. It's a piece of cake. Plus, it doesn't just let you check your score, it gives you recommendations on how to improve it. It also shows you how different things could be affecting your score.
Open your P1FCU checking account at p1fcu.org and start earning today.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhart Painting has you covered. Everhart Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call Everhart Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
4 News Now is brought to you by Aligned Family Chiropractic.
Well, as we told you earlier, Lookout Pass is opening nice and early for skiers and snowboarders. And if weather allows, the other resorts might not be far behind.
So let's take you over one of the most beautiful mountain resorts in our area, 49 degrees north, in this week's Air 4 Adventure.
We're at the 49 Degrees North Nordic Center. Beautiful, serene area, and it's just a few hundred yards away from the hustle and bustle of the downhill resort. These trails were put in 2006. There's about 12 kilometers of trails, along with a few more kilometers of snowshoe trails. We have snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, both classic and skate. We've set track and groom. We also allow fat bikes. It's a great place to escape, enjoy nature. Obviously, fat tire bikes has brought a whole new user group to the area. We love it. Mountain biking is in my heart and soul. It's definitely where I spend my time in the summers. And to be able to go out and still pedal and still have fun in the wintertime on these really fun tools is great. And we allow them on our whole trail system as long as the snowpack will support it. Well, those fat tire bikes have really big tires, anywhere from about 4 to 5.5 inches wide. Big volume, big surface area so that they float on top of the snow so they don't sink. The fact that we have different things that we can do at different times of the year, and having a winter activity, I think, is incredibly important. Staying active rather than posting up in your home through the whole winter can really help alleviate those winter blues, keep you fit, keep you healthy, and keep you happy.
We're just having a good time, basically. It's really good snow, the sun shining. We were all doing skate skiing. It's where there's no like fluffy spot at the bottom of your ski, and you kind of just, skating is basically the faster version.
It's fun. It's a great way to work on your cardio and keep up your stamina. And it's just a great exercise.
One of the great things about this area that people can expect to find is space. It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's gorgeous.
Pretty awesome. It's crazy that we're talking about snow and skiing and stuff already. Meteorologist Matt Gray has a look at the holiday weekend weather for us now.
Well, I think that's better than this is kind of an awkward time, right? It's the weather often kind of messes around with your other outdoor activities. So if you're going to do something, at least let it be snow rather than rain, but that's all we're going to get. We're even going to see rain on the ski slopes here this Veterans Day weekend, but don't worry, the mountain snow's coming back sooner rather than later. We get progressively wetter as this weekend goes on, so just keep that in mind as you're making your plans over the next 2 or 3 days, depending on how much you have off. But let's start with Saturday. Will be the driest day in our next 3 days of weather. Mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the upper 30s to mid 30s. That's as cool as we'll get tonight. We'll largely stay in the 40s. Very light winds, and so we'll continue to see those hazy conditions. As we head into your evening, we'll start to see those rain chances begin to increase, but it's going to be later in the night around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene that we'll see that rain roll in. Speaking of rain, if you are headed to Pullman for the Cougs, taking on Utah State by halftime, I think we're going to have some sprinkles in the area. Certainly, if you are driving a good distance to Martin Stadium, you're going to run into some rain on the drive home. So don't forget that rain gear before you set off for a fun Saturday on the Palouse. And it is nice that we are getting some rain. Let's look at the overall perspective, friends. We've had 8 months in a row in Spokane where we did not get over an inch of rainfall. We broke that this month. We're already 8 days into the month, over halfway to average. So that is really, really welcome to see. This is about the longest streak there without at least an inch of rain in a calendar month in about 30 years or so. So we had, some pretty dry conditions for the middle part of the year. Here is how things will play out in your weather. This is Sunday afternoon. So we showed you Saturday. Here's Sunday. That round of rain that comes through the overnight is going to move on, but another one will be on the way as we head into Sunday afternoon. So at least for the next couple of days, the mornings are the good time, because as we head into the evenings, the rain begins to roll in. And then another round comes right in behind that. This is Monday morning. It is going to be a soggy start to the day. Cooler air is going to be coming in behind this round of rain for Veterans Day, and so we'll start to see potential for mountain snow, especially in the Cascades heading into Monday afternoon. We'll see spotty showers, but it looks like the end of Monday is going to be drier much drier potentially than the beginning. And there is more rain after that. 60% chance for Tuesday. Back up into the 90+% chance for Wednesday as another round of wet weather moves in. And it looks like there could be a third storm coming in for Friday into Saturday. So it is going to be a very busy week here in the Weather Center. And you need to make sure as you go about your week, you don't leave home without the rain jacket.
All right, Matt, thank you. Before we go to a break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. What do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
In celebration of Veterans Day, 4 News Now and BECU would like to honor those who've served our country. Go to KXLY.com, submit a photo and a short write-up on a veteran or military member. 4 News Now, honoring our heroes. Brought to you by BECU.
Babe, the dryer is still not working. What are we gonna do with the holidays coming?
Swing into Fred's Appliance today for our Black Friday Super Sale and experience unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock get-it-today inventory in our region. Introducing the new Electrolux 700 Series Alpine Green Washer and Dryer. This washer has an industry-exclusive 2 ways to sanitize, making it the most efficient washer on the market. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
Over 20 million fans have made Trans-Siberian Orchestra their holiday tradition. Bring the whole family and make it part of yours. The Lost Christmas Eve live in concert. Friday, November 22nd, Spokane Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketswest.com. The return of Trans-Siberian Orchestras. The Lost Christmas Eve. Produced by Live Nation.
It's a 4-day four-wheel drive sale this week at Cal.
Where for 4 days only, Cal is dropping the prices on four-wheel drives. Plus, giving you an extra $400 for your trade-in.
Which is a double $800 reason to upgrade your ride from Cal.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything. From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mystiqua Casino Hotel in Chewelah.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, it's the last Friday night sports extra of the year, and it's playoff edition. Highlights from local high school football games tonight at 11.
And we are looking at some wet conditions coming in for next week, but things will stay dry here for playoff football tonight. And there's plenty of games tomorrow as well. So looks like things will stay at least on the drier side of things through Saturday. It will be nice to clean up some of the air, however. Really just shocking how quickly the air quality degraded over the last couple of days to the point where we're like, hey, if you're feeling something, stay inside. And yeah, just it's sad because we had beautiful sunshine for most of the week. And that was so nice. I remember last November, we were stuck in the clouds and we could not get out. And that was a long month.
All right. Matt, thank you so much.
And we will see you tonight for Nightside at 11.